It's time to learn the names of things that were named after people.
Let's talk about that. Good mythical morning.
You've got a name, I've got a name, he's got a name. His name is Rhett, in case you didn't know. Some people's names lead to other things being named that you ultimately wouldn't know originated from a person's name.
Yeah, I've got an exercise named after me. 2 of them.
So here's the deal. I've amassed a collection of terms that you, I think, will be surprised originated from the name of a person. Rhett is not privy to this information. I have it on my laptop. And we are going to play a game. You can play along at home. I'm gonna, just true false, okay?
50-50, brother. You know, I like it that way.
I'm gonna give you a term.
It's not true false, maybe. It's true false.
I'm gonna give you a term and I'm gonna give you the name of the person where the term originated. You're gonna learn something. Hopefully, you're welcome to learn something as well. If you get 7 out of 10 of these right.
Whoa, 70%, that's a C or
a
D.
You get to name the fox that's been hanging on the wall this whole time.
Oh, I've been wanting to name that fox.
That one right there. Mr. Fox,
Oh.
get to name him after you.
Yeah.
If you lose, I get to name him after me. And then every time we look at him, we're gonna be reminded of this episode where you failed.
We don't talk about him that much though. We'll start if we name him after me, I'll talk about him all the time.
Okay, you guys ready?
I got a good name too.
Don't cheat here, I know you won't. First word, brain. That is the organ that serves as the center of this nervous system in all vertebrate and most invertebrate animals. Okay. A German doctor, Alfred Bregen, while studying the encephalus, that's the Greek term for the thing that's in there, to simplify his journal notes, began calling it a shortened version of his name, brain, which translated to English is brain. True or false?
That is a very good lie if it's not true. So I'm gonna go with my instinct and say that it's true.
It is false. Fun fact, brain is in fact derived from the word Bregan, which may be what you were thinking, but that's not a person's name. It's just Old English that was used to describe the inside of the head. Bregan.
Yeah, I should have, Sorry guys, I let you down.
Hey.
0 for 1.
You're still good, man. It's still early, but you are losing.
I gotta get the first one right.
Saxophone. This is a family of woodwind instruments that make people really cool. Named for Adolphe Sax. He messed around with different kinds of horns and wanted to make something like a horn, but that can be controlled like a woodwind. Thus the saxophone was made in 1841.
I don't believe there was a guy named Sax. That would be an unfortunate last name. I'm gonna say that is false.
True! The saxophone is named after Adolphe Sax.
Dang, I'm 0 for 2. These are hard, man.
His last name was Sax.
You think I'm gonna get 7 of these?
Just learn from your mistakes, young
I didn't
Padawan.
take this class.
All right, next word, shrapnel. Are you familiar? Metal debris that fly at lethal speed from explosions?
Yeah, it's named after a guy named Shrapnel.
Okay, was it named after a person who was Major General Henry Shrapnel, who designed a spherical case ammunition, hollow cannonball filled with stuff that burst in midair?
Yeah, he did that. Sounds about right. Mr. Shrapnel.
It's true.
Boom!
Major General Henry Shrapnel. All right. See if you can continue your comeback, Rhett.
Yeah.
Next term, Macadamia Nuts.
Oh, I like those.
1857,
Like
named
a white
for
chocolate macadamia nut cookie.
1857, named for a botanist whose name was Macadamia Nut. No, just kidding. 1857, named for a botanist Ferdinand von Mueller. Nope. Ferdinand von Mueller. I can't.
Ferdinand von Mueller.
Ferdinand von Mueller discovered them in Australia and named them after his famous friend, 19th century chemist politician John Macadam.
This sounds totally made up. I would say that macadamia is a place that they were discovered, but
Macadam.
But I will
John
say,
Macadam?
I will say that macadamia. I know my geography very well, and I've never seen macadamia on a map. So I'm gonna go with your crazy story about a man who named it after his friend.
John
True.
Macadam. True.
Wow!
I can't say it. I can't say any one of their names, but it's John Macadamia Nuts.
I have a nut
Macadam.
on my shirt. Think about that.
But that's pistachio. Is that named?
Hey, it's a pistachio, man.
All right.
Oh,
Mesmerize.
Comeback trail.
Are you familiar?
I'm
To
mesmerized
hold the
by
attention of
it.
someone to the exclusion of all else, or so as to transfix them. Was it named after
John Mesmer.
Franz Mesmer, a doctor in 18th century who advocated a new healing technique he called animal magnetism. Gosh. Where he mesmerized a patient, believing he could cure them through natural magnetic force. They poo-pooed his findings, but later the term mesmerize had morphed into a synonym for I cannot say.
I need to name something after you.
Hypnosis.
A link impediment. Okay. Mesmerize sounds like a word that has Latin roots, not the name. I'm going to say that is not a true story.
It is true.
Gosh!
Franz Mesmer.
That doesn't
totally,
make any... Curing people with magnets?
Yeah. Fun fact, in 1774, Mesmer produced an artificial tide in a patient by having her swallow a preparation containing iron and then attaching magnets to various parts of her body.
Whoa.
What a nut. All right, you've got to get all the rest of them right to rename the fox.
This is
or to
dumb.
name the fox.
I'm mesmerized by this.
The term wheel, are you familiar? A circular component that is intended to rotate on an axle.
I'm familiar with a wheel.
Though the wheel was first used around 3500 BC, it wasn't called such until Slovenian chariot racer Ljubljana Wheel became wildly popular around 2300 BC. Chariot racer. Ljubljana Wheel.
Nobody became wildly popular for anything in 2300 BC. False.
That's false. Okay. It comes from the Old English word wheel with an H in the front.
Yeah, I'm still on the track. Still on the track.
Next term, chauvinism or chauvinist, like male chauvinist pig. Excessive or I cannot.
What is the clearing
I
of the
cannot
throat mean?
read words in my notes. Excessive or prejudiced loyalty or support for a particular
I know
group
what
of cause.
chauvinism means.
Are you familiar?
Yeah.
Was
Is
it
it-
named after legendary French soldier Nicolas Chauvin, who served in Napoleon's army and was excessively loyal, being wounded in battle 17 times?
Was he also a chauvinist? Was he also just like...
He was excessively loyal, wounded 17 times.
That has to be true. It doesn't make any... It doesn't sound like something somebody would make up.
Not even me?
Yep.
That's true.
Boom!
Nicholas Chauvinist. All right, next one. Sideburns. Are you familiar? Yes, you're familiar.
Named after General Burnside.
You got it. Okay.
Yeah, buddy. I went to history class.
Well, I knew you knew this one. I just like the fact that someone coined the phrase by having them.
And they reversed it. Sideburns.
Yeah, they're right there. Yeah, they reversed
But he was
that.
Burnside,
They didn't
right?
reverse the growth, though.
Yeah. I got two more, right? I got to get both of them right to name the fox.
Duvet. Are you familiar? Type of bedding?
A duvet cover. Yes, we have one at home.
In the mid-18th century, Elaine Constance Duvet, born and raised in France, resettled in Westphalia, Germany, where she discovered a need for a more appropriate bed cover for the dramatic shifts in weather, constructed the duvet, and began selling them.
What year you say?
18th century.
18th century. I'm going to say that's false.
It is false.
Yeah!
No one knows where the term came from.
Woo! It all comes down to the last
At least
question.
it's not in my notes.
I love
Sorry.
it when this happens.
Down to the wire, Rhett. The word is boycott.
Boycott.
Are you familiar?
Boycott, yes, to boycott
Abstain
something.
from her, Is it named for Captain Charles Boycott in 1880 during the Irish Land War, when Boycott refused his tenants' demands for a 25% reduction in rates? He began evicting them. Politicians and others began to ostracize him and his family, depriving them of service in stores, mail delivery, and other necessities. They boycotted him, and his name was Boycott. Oh, kind of a circular thing happening here. True or false, Rhett? Who gets to name the fox?
True.
It is true.
Yeah! Boom! That fox from now on will be called... I didn't think of it.
Rhett
McFox.
Rhett McFox? You didn't think of this ahead of time?
Rhett McFox, man, that's a good
what about
name.
Rhett McFoxlin?
Rhett McFoxlin.
Now I named him after
No,
you.
Rhett McFox for sure. Yeah, you're like the macadamia guy.
Leave a comment and let Rhett know what he should name the fox. I guess he can waver at this point. Thanks for liking this episode.
And you can support the show by signing up for a hassle-free mobile experience at Ting.
You did a good job. Get $25 off credit. You know how it works. RhettandLink.ting.com. You know what time it is.
Hey y'all, this Whistle Phil from Tulsa, Oklahoma. It's time for them to spin the wheel of the round greenish wheel with the little things that Rhett and Link do at the end of this show.
Every time we say or do something stupid on this show, which is quite often, somebody GIFs it, and we repost that on Tumblr because we just think it's really great when you make fun of us.
Click over there and tumble on that. Also, click through to Good Mythical More, where I've got interesting foods named after people.
Link gets easily distracted by shiny objects.
Hey, man, I'm kind of glad that you... shiny.
Yeah, it's been there for... It's a long time it's been there.
That you got to name the fox, because I think... That's shiny, too. Is that a camera? It's shiny.
Wow, you never...
This is shiny? That's shiny?
Yeah, we talk into this and we look into that, like, pretty much every time.
Your forehead's shiny, too.
Oh, yeah.
Tootsie Rolls. Are you familiar?
Tootsie. I don't like the way you say that. Tootsie. It's not Tootsie Roll. It's Tootsie Roll.
There's two O's in it.
It's...
What are you laughing at?